And now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. This portion of the show is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Rancho Leonero, where your wildest Baja dreams come true. Maui Jim Sunglasses, the choice of the best captains. Shimano Rods and Reels, fish with the best. Shimano. And by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Here we go. Another great hour of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's Talk Hookup. Here's Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Mexa, and Corey Sandin.
Welcome back. Hour number 2. Let's Talk Hookup on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the Let's Talk Hookup Radio Network. Pete Gray here with Rock Cod Rick Mexa. We have Ron Lane, the one and only, from Fast Lane Kayaks in Mission Bay, having fun talking kayak fishing and just fishing in general.
No doubt,
Which is outstanding right now.
This is the best time of year. This is my absolute favorite. October, November, this is the month. The water gets flat. The fish are biting. The fish size increases. You know, that's something we touched on yesterday but didn't really talk a lot about it. The size of the local yellowfin that's happening now it's a whole nother ballgame. I mean, you're starting to commonly hear of 20 and 25 and 30 and 35 and even 40-pound yellowfins in our local zone.
Yesterday at our live broadcast at the Konakai Resort, a guy said they just weighed in one that 47 pounds that he caught.
Wow. I love that. That's what this time of year is all about. And, you know, you look at the loads are lesser, there's less people around, the bait's usually even better. Like, this is when it happens, and this is my favorite. I'm so stoked.
By the way, thanks to the Konakai Resort for hosting another fantastic event yesterday. Perfect weather. Pete Grossbeck was so awesome.
That was so much fun,
Scott Lampy, and, of course, Adam and Steve. I mean, that was a great show. And lots of people. That was, I don't know, I think I counted like 70 people, something like that.
I'm sure.
So, yeah.
There is nobody that handles things in a more first-class way than the Konakai. Like that, what they did for our live broadcast is just like an example of what that resort is all about.
Yep.
You know, I mean, it was just a bunch of buds hanging out, listening to fishing, and just, I mean, rolled out the spread of free breakfast and mimosas and drink. It was just fun, man. That was a cool event.
Really cool. Yeah.
I dig that Konakai.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're giving away a couple great prizes today.
You're not kidding, man. How about that? At the end of the show today, if you're one of the lucky callers, someone is going to get a full assortment of Salty Crew gear. We're going to get your size and get you sized up with the latest from Salty Crew, so a very cool prize to that. In addition to that, we've got another lucky caller that's going to win that Spydro fishing camera, and so we'll be hearing about that here later in the show. Very, very cool opportunity, and so 2 great prizes. Again, if you want to get your shot at that great stuff, 833-288-0973. That's how you reach Let's Talk Hookup this morning. Again, 833-288-0973. We're going to be taking your calls.
You want to go to Guadalupe Island on a trip that's been sold out for a year. 2 spots just open up on our Let's Talk Hookup Shogun trip. October 26th. Leaves on a Saturday, comes back on a Friday. 6-day trip. Sweet. Perfect amount of time down there. Great group of people. I'm really looking forward to going on the trip. And we're going to give away a lot of great prizes from AFCO and Nomad and Shimano, and I just got a whole box of great stuff to give away on that trip. So lots of good stuff. So if you want to go, check ShogunSportFishing.com. You can book right online or call Jen in the office at 619-226-8030 and jump on that Shogun trip with me October 26th. That's going to be a lot of fun, and hard to believe that there's 2 spots available.
I know.
The prime time. Fishing, fighting.
The fishing's so good. And one thing we haven't talked about in a while, have you seen the food that is getting put out on that Shogun lately?
Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
Well,
it's like
Paul and Renee are basically running the ship now, and they're just on the boat all the time, and attention to detail is just unreal.
It's hard to beat having the owners of the operation being behind the wheel and on the boat overseeing everything. Yep. You just, there's
you can't beat that.
Yeah, it's the best. The guys that make their living at it are there overseeing the whole thing, and they're often both on the boat all the time. It's a great operation. I love seeing what those guys are doing with that boat.
Yeah, indeed, for sure. Now, speaking of guys that have attention to detail because they own the place, you and Deb are there all the time. And that's like, I thought you were going to retire.
Retire? Yeah. I don't. What would I do?
Yeah. What would you go fishing?
Yeah.
There you go.
I got to tell you, attention to detail is important.
Totally.
Yes, you got to do that.
And when I heard that they're running, when the owner's there, it's like there's nowhere to hide. So that's important.
No doubt.
Well, look who's on the line. Wayne Cotto from CCA. What's up, Wayne?
Hey, Wayne.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
Hey, great to hear from you. How's CCA doing?
CCA is doing great, guys. I'm actually heading up to that fly fishing fair in Glendale right now.
Great.
And I got to tell you, I got a bucket list item that Ron's going to love. I want to catch a tuna on a kayak with a fly rod.
Sweet.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
Well, that's all really
Very
attainable.
doable. Yeah.
That's
It's very
yeah.
attainable these days. Yeah. So I can't wait. Hey, Ron, have you ever caught a tuna on a kayak yet?
Yeah, in fact, I did, and then it caught me. Now, I caught it on an SP minnow with those gnarly little hooks, and as I was trying to get Jared, who had just caught one, take my picture, the treble hook went through my arm.
Nice.
And so I caught it, and then it caught me.
Got you, yeah.
But yeah, that was a bucket list.
Was that a mothership type of thing?
No, that was with Jeff at Cedros Kayak Fishing, and
wow.
Yeah, I paddled up to Jared, and he's standing up in his Outback holding a nice yellowfin, and 90 yards off the beach.
Oh my gosh, that's so
in
cool.
90 feet of water with all kinds of current breaks right there, and it was quite a day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very attainable. In fact, there's some great guys at that fly fishing fair today up at Glendale. There's some great guys that'll tie you some flies for tuna, Wayne. I mean,
wow.
really, really.
I'm
designed
looking forward to it.
Give you the whole
workout.
That's
definitely a bucket list item for me.
Yeah, in fact, I carry one on my boat. I carry a fly rod ready to go when they're really boiling. It's all rigged
I've
and ready to go.
witnessed that.
I've
witnessed that.
Yeah, for sure.
How heavy your rod? How heavy your rod? Like, what's the weight
rod?
Well, the
one
that's
I have is
appropriate
a 12 weight.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's
pretty common for local tuna.
10 to 14 weight, I'd say. What do you say, Wayne?
Yeah, same thing. I got a 12 weight ready to go.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And sinking line, and
yep.
there's of course, you can learn a lot more at the Glendale.
Sure.
It's at the Glendale Civic, right?
Yep, the auditorium there.
The auditorium right there in Glendale. It's going on today. Today's the last day for the fly fishing.
Yeah,
fair.
9 to 3 today.
9 to 3. All right. Cool. Well, have fun, Wayne, and get on that
All right,
kayak.
guys. Great show. Yes, sir.
All right.
See you, buddy.
Careful. Thanks. Nice to hear from you. Appreciate that very much.
All right.
Jump back in the phone.
You got it, man. How about we talk to Mike from Rosemead this morning? What's up, Mike? Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, everyone there. Speaking of fly fishing, and perfect timing. Tomorrow morning at this time, I'm going to be pulling into the dock or the launch ramp at Crawley Lake for about 3 days of fly fishing. So
nice.
I'm stoked about that. We do that every year at this time, and the weather looks really great, so I can hardly wait.
Good for you, buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Stoked. Anyway, so Ron, Don from Woodland Hills pretty much asked the same exact question I wanted to ask, but okay, so I've been on a float tube, and I've had some small fish tow me around in circles and stuff. On a big fish, how do you create enough drag to kind of slow the fish down? Do you turn the kayak a little sideways, or?
I think it's more about angles. When I get, when a big yellowtail bites whatever, whether it's a lure or, you get turned right towards it immediately if your rod's off to the right. So you want
on the sleigh ride.
Yeah, the sleigh ride. And I can remember saying to the guys, with a big bite, you'll just look around and say, I'll see you guys in a while. and I was being, you just got to keep the tip of the rod to the bow of the kayak, and you're just going for a ride. And now, think about it. You're not really going to bring that fish to the boat. You're bringing the boat to the fish. Now, when he's straight up and down, you've got an angle on him at that point. Mm-hmm. So it makes it much easier to catch a big fish. Your drag is less sensitive because you're actually moving towards the fish. And I just find it easier to catch a big yellowtail on a kayak. And, boy, gaffing, it's much easier than reaching over. You're right there, right in his face.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, and it's amazing how much pressure you can put on a big fish on a kayak too.
Yeah,
I mean you can kill them fast.
The boat is the drag.
You get that angle on them,
and you're right there. You have to move the rod around and stuff like that, around the bow and stuff like that. But
I was just
very doable.
I was just with Jeff in Cedros, we took the kayaks, put them on the Ponga, went all the way around to parts of the island that don't get fished. And I was out yo-yoing, or just flat fall, Shimano flat fall, deep. And the darndest thing happened. I caught one of those shells, those big round, what are they? I'm losing it there, but anyway, I pulled the shell up, I threw it off and went right back down, and next was a big yellowtail. So it had 190 feet on me, so it took off naturally in the direction of the kelp. So I was, as I'm being pulled towards the kelp, I'm wanting to slow it down, but didn't need to because I got an angle on him pretty quick.
Well, how about that? What was that? That world record grouper that Jeff from Cedros Kayak
man,
like
that
100 and something pounds.
That was a slob.
On a kayak.
That's wild.
When he had it on his lap, it
on
just
his lap,
didn't even look real.
Yeah, unbelievable. So big fish can happen on a kayak, Mike. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. Let's go ahead and jump back on the phone.
You got it. How about we talk to Chuck? He's calling us from Dana Point this morning. Hi, Chuck. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, you guys.
Chuck.
Excellent day, huh?
Yeah, beautiful.
That Freedom Boat thing I won, these guys are so cool. Dan's really hooking us up. We went down with Captain Rob and did the test drive.
Oh, cool.
And what a cool guy, a liveaboard guy. And their boats are all first class, top notch. We're going to end up taking the Defiance out.
Nice.
That is rad. That was the prize you won on the show?
Equipped.
It was a 1-day membership to Freedom Boat Club, right?
Yeah.
And
excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a cool
boats are
program
super
that is
clean.
for guys that don't have boats, right?
Boy, they've been good neighbors. They're great to have in the marina.
Yeah, they're right next to Fastlane,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, in Mission Bay.
I saw your shop then at Dana Landing. What a nice tackle shop. Everybody's really friendly in there. We had an hour to kill. So we went over there, watched the kid wash all the blood off the boat. Some guys caught some yellowfin. What a cool thing. We really appreciate what you did. And I'll call back next week with the fish report.
All right, so you're
Taking
going
my
this
three
week
boys
on
out.
the Defiance?
Yeah, I'm going to go on Wednesday.
All right, well, good picking.
Good for you, Chuck.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool.
Well, give us a report
summer.
of how that works. I'll bet you'll become a member.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hey, last summer we had one of the funnest trips we ever did. The whole family got on one of their party boats, the big pontoon boats, and little Fisher caught his first fish, and it was he looks up at Grandma and goes, "I'm bit." That was a blast.
That's cool. Yeah, not just fishing boats, party boats.
They
and
have
everything.
those big pontoon boats,
Yeah.
and they're
great for Mission Bay.
Spotty attack.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for the call,
See you, Chuck.
Good luck on your trip for sure. Bart Hall's on the line. Look out, Bart.
Hey, Bart.
What's up?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Hey,
Great.
Bart.
Excellent.
What a fun show when the three of you are together.
Thank you. Yeah, it's like we're just buddies here talking fishing.
It's great to hear. It comes across. I'm having a great time. But Ron, I wanted to ask you how are people responding to that new 360 Mirage drive?
Oh, it's been that's funny that you mention that, because you always got your eye on the fishing industry, and when something new comes up that might be big, I know you see it. You were the one that your eyes lit up when you saw that inflatable, and you turned it into the show up blow up contest. Now this 360 that just came out, I've been experimenting with them for about a month, and they're amazing. They're so fun to be in. Any direction you look, you can go in a kayak. So you can basically do circles. You can parallel park. If you're blowing along a line of where you want to fish and it's you're being blown into it, you can just angle the Mirage Drive and pull away from it as you're ghosting down that area to fish.
How cool is that?
It's kind of crazy. And then if you hit structure, the fins now kick up. So you just pedal and they go right back in. So cool. Yeah. I think it's going to be a game changer for the tournament kayak fishermen.
Yeah.
Because they're going to have more time fishing, less time negotiating where they want to be in their little secret spots.
Yeah, for sure. But how's everything coming together for the show, Bart?
Well, really good. But one of the reasons I was asking him that is I'm trying to figure out a way to demo that at the shows and show people, because I was blown away when I saw it at ICAST, but they didn't really have a place to demo it. They had a video, but I'm trying to figure out a way to show people how cool that is.
Well, as usual, I'm in.
All right. Great, Bart. Well,
I don't mind doing it out there with the dogs.
and you'll figure it out. You'll figure all your creativity. You and Mike, man,
No
you guys
doubt.
will figure it
Yeah,
out.
no doubt.
For sure. Hey, Bart, thanks a lot for the call this morning. Appreciate that very much. All right, we do have a line open, 833-288-0973, open right now.
All right, let's jump back into them. Talk to Dan. Dan's calling us from El Cajon this morning. Hi, Dan. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, Dan.
Good morning. Great show.
Thanks.
I was there yesterday, too. That was fantastic yesterday.
Yeah, what a great time at the Kona Kai.
Ron, I got a question about the kayaks. I've had 2 back surgeries, and so I'm not real flexible. Is there like a riser, or can my butt be up higher so my feet are lower? Do you understand what I'm saying?
You know, I do. And have you tried the Pro Angler 14 yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, so
I probably gotta
that
get down and
seat,
try it.
that seat, it's called the Vantage seat, and it is very, very adjustable.
It's like the ultimate beach chair.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it's actually a $500 beach chair. And that particular Vantage seat is so comfortable. And most of the time when I get those questions about, and what guy doesn't have a bad back? Most of the guys
I got one of those.
You're working all year. I mean, you're working your whole life. That's how it happened.
So I would suggest you just come down to the store, take 15 minutes to go try one. And I'll bet you'll go, man, that thing is comfortable.
That seat is so comfortable. And you can adjust it the way to your back.
Right. And
it's unreal.
That keeps you...
It's way better. I'll put it this way. It's way better than my office chair is, or this chair
kidding.
I'm sitting here at the studio, too. I mean, it's that comfortable.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So that being said, how would you know that until you go try it?
Yeah.
And I invite you to come down and try it. And I would love to hear what you think.
Just come down for free, right? Just come to the fast lane, say, hey, I want to try the Vantage seat. Jump in. I've bad back. Let's
and
go.
we literally made...
And that's the advantage of being on the water in Mission Bay. Is you can just do that.
At a heartbeat.
Yeah.
The guys are more than happy to take out somebody who's curious about how that thing works and put you on the water, and then you'll see how stable it is and fast.
Oh, yeah.
And then you'll get carried away with the 360 going in circles.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, try it out, Dan. Thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
All right. Hey, with that said, we're going to find out what's biting on the water. We got your saltwater guide, Captain Dave Hansen, standing by. And today, this FishDope.com report is sponsored by the Fish Pros at Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Not only do they offer the best processing for your fish when your trip returns to the San Diego landings, but now with Fish Pros The Market, you can purchase fresh fish. You can buy smoked and jerkied fish. They have their great spices, rubs, smoked cheese, and their famous tuna burgers. It's all at their convenient Liberty Station location, or just order online at fishermansprocessing.com. And now if you're down seeing Ron, you can dip right over to Dana Landing Market and pick up their great spices and rubs that are available over at the market. So very cool option on all the great Fisherman's Processing stuff. Hey, your saltwater guide is on the line. What's up, Captain Dave?
Well, good morning, Rick, Pete, Ron, guys. What a great show. Been listening the whole time.
Thanks, Dave.
Having fun, buddy.
You know what? Last weekend, I was a little tired from being out there getting my butt kicked, and I forgot to even mention that lobster opener was absolutely insane. All the guys I know that are members of my website that were out there doing it had a phenomenal night, and it just keeps rolling along, guys. Those lobsters are still crawling. Lobster fishing's still very, very good. And like I always say, the end of the season is the best, so I can't even wait to see what happens in January and February because it's so good right now. Talked to some of the commercial guys. Roger Healy said it was his very best opener as far as volume goes ever in the history of his lobster season.
Wow.
So
that's saying something.
People that say, oh, we caught all the lobsters, well, sorry.
You missed some. You missed a few.
Hey, I told Ricky, lobster prices because of China are way down. So Point Loma Seafoods had them for $15.95 a pound whole.
Keep in mind,
yesterday.
that lobster last year, 1 year ago, was $50 a pound. Think about that difference.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah. So
Kayla down there at John's Fish Market, Todd's little sister, she's selling them for $20 a pound.
Yeah.
That's still quite a deal. Yeah, like Ricky said, $50 a pound last year. We can all afford to buy our own lobsters this year. It's pretty amazing.
China's not buying them all, so there you go. We get to buy them now. We can actually afford them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But what a fun week of fishing.
Oh,
man. You know, I know that bluefin thing. Everybody wants a giant bluefin. I understand that, but they're missing out. Catalina is still red hot as it's been all season. There's bonita, there's barracuda. That yellowtail grade over there is quality. It's mostly 12 to 15-pound fish with a lot of 20 and 30-pound fish mixed in. And it's spread out all over the island, so there's not really one key spot. There's spots on the front, there's spots on the back, and then I was told there's a sprinkling of squid showing back up over there at the island. I saw a couple light boats over there a couple nights ago when I was there. There is just so much going on. And then look at down there where you guys are, just across the border, it's still coming. There's still yellowfin. There's still skipjack. There's still a sprinkling of dorado. We're in October, guys, and there is absolutely no reason to not go fishing. Things are happening all over the place. If you're not catching fish, it is probably not the fish's fault.
That's it, yeah, for sure. Well, I'll tell you what, FishDope.com has all the information because Dave feeds it to him, Mark Wish and all the guys. FishDope.com is your source for current fishing information. You got to have it right now. Fish are moving. Fish are on the move. So you got to have FishDope.com. $20 off a new membership to FishDope.com. Use the code HookUpNow. Lowercase, no space. HookUpNow. And Dave, if we want you to run our boat and put us on the fish, how do we find you?
Well, you guys, my website is just absolutely still just exploding away. I'm just shocked. Me and Kelly are just blown away every day by all the people that are on this website. And like I'm saying now in all the seminars I do, if you're not catching fish, you absolutely cannot blame me. It's not my fault because I'm given everything possible to help you catch fish. So go to yoursaltwaterguide.com. and look me up there on that site, and there's over 250 videos to show you how to catch fish in Southern California. With that and Fish Dope, there's absolutely no reason to suck at fishing anymore.
That's it, Dave. Thanks a lot for that. And we will talk to you next Sunday. Appreciate that very much. All right. Yeah, that's Dave, man.
That's it.
833-288-0973. You want to get through, there's your chance.
You got it. Hey, that was report sponsored by Terrafin Sea Surface Temperature Charts. Focus your offshore fishing in the most productive areas by using Terrafin. And now with Terrafin Mobile, you can take it with you on your iPad, your iPhone, or your Android device. Just download the latest chart before you leave, and all the information is right there for you. Check Terrafin.com for more information.
All right, let's jump into those jam-packed phones.
Sounds good. How about we talk to Tim? Tim's calling from Valley Center this morning. What's up, Tim? Welcome to the show.
Hey, it's me. How's it going?
What's up, Tim?
How are you guys doing today?
Great.
Hey, I used to hang out with old Tony Pena, and he'd always correct me. You guys refer to the fishing stick as a pole or a rod, you know, and I'd say, well, can I borrow one of your fishing poles? And he'd say, no, it's not called ever a fishing pole. It's a rod. You always refer to it as a rod. So he always correct me on that one. Which one is it?
There's so many stories you can tell.
Poles are for tents.
Well, now wait a minute. The greatest rod maker of all, Leon Todd.
You are, yeah, you got me.
Called them poles.
I'll flip-flop right now. You're dead right.
From CalStar. He always called
from start to finish, he called them poles. You're right about that.
Yeah.
All right.
And remember the guy we used to have on from Great Britain, Morton James?
Stick bent your line pole?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. He called them sticks, right? But the proper term would be rod.
Yeah,
right?
I always grew up here in fishing rod, and same deal. Always heard people correcting anybody that called it a pole. It was always corrected to a rod. But you've convinced me. If
Leon Todd sells,
if Leon was about the pole, then hey, what can you say? Yeah, that was hard to correct the master of all time.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But so basically, as long as you're going fishing, call them what you want.
Hey, at my shop, as long as you're buying one from us, you can call it anything, no problem. I'll
sell
you a pole, a rod, whatever.
It's a rod.
It's a rod. Okay,
but I always call it a pole too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Called the Widowmaker. If it's in Ron's hands, it's going down.
Hey, thanks a lot. Good question, Tim. Thanks a lot for the call. Always fun. That does free up 833-288-0973. Your chance to get through and win this Spydro camera that we're giving away. And speaking of which, let's talk to Bill from Spydro. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Hey,
What's
doing
up, Bill?
great. So, okay, we've been talking about it all morning, this great thing that we're giving away this morning to one lucky caller, the Spydro camera. What is it? What are we doing?
Spydro camera is a camera that's been on the market for a couple of years, very popular in Europe. We're bringing it over to North America, and what it is an inline camera that gets attached directly to your fishing line that allows an angler to go ahead and see how the fish are reacting to their baits and their lures and actually capture the bite before and after it happens.
Wow,
how cool.
That sounds so cool. And if you look at the website, getspydro.com, you'll see some of the action video. It's cool. So how do you, first of all, the first question is, how does it record? How do you record with the Spydro?
So it's just like any other action camera in general. It's a camera, but it turns on when it's activated by water or after it's in the water and gets a bite. So what I mean by that is if a fish comes up and you have your settings set up for a strike indication called a bite hit, it'll turn on and capture that hit. I typically run my Spydros on continuous, so it catches all the action leading up to it. So it catches it either in 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 10 minutes in length.
Okay, so it's individual. So it's not like you don't have to watch an hour of video to find your strike. There's different segments that you can pick out.
Well, yeah, you can. It's in segments. We sell a 32 gigabyte, so you can get a good solid amount of video onto one Spydro before you download it to your computer, or you download it to your phone when you're on the boat.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
You can go through. It is. You can learn a whole lot about what's going on, and you can figure out which bait is working, why it's not working, if the bait's acting appropriately, and you can obviously find out if you're targeting the right fish. Even though your fish finder will tell you there's fish or bait below you, now you can actually identify what are the exact species below you, whatever it might be.
So is this an app that you download into your phone?
So it's run 100% hands-free is the camera. The app allows you to control it. So
gotcha.
You're able to change the resolution. You can change the length of time that it works. You can change a battery life, kind of a battery life switch that allows you to have the system automatically turn off when it's on board, so you don't have to worry about it running while it's hanging there in your rod locker or your rod holder. It also allows you to view and watch and capture GPS markings of where your hits are.
Wow. Okay, that's cool. So now, Ricky and I were just talking about lobster fishing. It's lobster season out here, and we do lobster hooping at night. And I see on the picture on the Spydro website, there's 2 lights up on top. Is this something that you could actually put down on your lobster hoop and watch the lobsters crawl in? Would we record that at night?
You would get about 2 hours of continuous recording on the lobster pot. Absolutely.
Really? So it'll record at night then?
Well, those lights are really unique. So when it gets into a low light situation, the lights automatically go on. But you can also turn those lights on to go as well. And there's also a third option. We call it a squid light because that's what it was originally created for. It's the lights will blink or flitter. Well, the one thing we've tested with is it's great on baitfish, perch, small herring, all enjoy that. So of course you can now attract fish to the area where your bait is using the Spydro camera.
Wow. So freshwater, saltwater, it doesn't matter. The Spydro camera would work, and it's an inline deal. Do you have to make sure that you're attached to it with heavy fishing lines so you don't lose it?
Exactly.
Okay, so what we recommend, no matter what your style or preference of fishing is, that the line that goes out to the camera needs to be triple the weight or strength of the line that goes out to the lure. So as an example, I fish with 40-pound braid, and I use something like 15-pound braid or mono going out to the lure. And so when you're hooking up to your rig with the camera in line, it can take up to 1,000-pound fish. So really, it doesn't eliminate the big fish as well, except for a few select species.
Wow, this is such a cool deal. And I understand you guys are going to display at the Fred Hall shows coming up in next March.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up. We are looking for a West Coast dealer who would love to carry our cameras, and I will come out and be at the Fred Hall show. I think it's called Long Beach.
Right.
Yeah.
No, it is the show. It's the world's
that's
largest fishing show, for sure, consumer fishing show. But yeah, so, all right, so if somebody wants to get the camera, if somebody wants to be a West Coast rep for Spydro, how do we get a hold of you, Bill?
Well, email me is probably the best way. It's bill@getspydro.com, and I'm responsible for all new business development here in North America.
Wow, fantastic. All right, get Bill at getspydro.com if you want to order the camera or you're interested in being a dealer out here on the West Coast. You guys are on the East Coast, right?
Well, the company is out on the other side of the pond, on the other side of Atlantic, but I'm in Maine.
You're in Maine. Okay, all right, very good. Well, Bill, it's been a pleasure, and thanks a lot for giving away a Spydro camera to one of our listeners here. I'm sure the listener that uses it will call in and give a report on how it works. And once again, getspydro.com or just Bill at getspydro.com for more information on that.
Spell Spydro just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, Spydro, right?
Thank you. That's
all
correct.
Right. Very good, Bill. Thanks a lot
Bill.
for the time. Appreciate that. All right. That's kind of cool.
That's way
No,
cool.
I like
think
your
it's
idea
awesome.
about the bug thing.
I thought it'd be fun. Yeah,
I think that's cool.
I think so too. I
Yeah,
think it'd be
yeah.
cool to show people, especially seeing a big 3-pounder rolling on in there. That'd be rad.
No kidding.
That's cool. All right, hey, let's jump right back into them. This time we're going to talk to Todd. He's calling from San Diego. What's up, Todd? Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, fellas. Great show.
Thanks, Todd.
Hey, I just wanted to make a quick comment. I started kayaking back in 2010. Had no idea what I was doing, so everybody pushed me towards fast lane, and I'm so glad I went down there and talked to Ron, and they set me up with my first kayak, and I bought 3 since then, and been able to hook my son up on one, and we go out in La Jolla, and just 2 weeks ago we were sitting along the kelp beds all tied up against the kelp stringer, and my son caught a 16-pound sheephead.
Oh,
man, that's a big one.
Doesn't get any better.
That's
And you know that
massive.
sheephead counts for you, too.
Yeah, you put him on it.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. He got pinned to the rail for about 20 minutes. I enjoyed watching the whole thing.
Sweet.
That's cool.
That is neat. Well, what a great story. And fishing from a kayak, is there anything better than catching a fish on a kayak?
No, that's so awesome. I mean, it's caught yellowtail. It's caught one sea bass. They've eluded me as they have everybody else, I think.
That's why they call them ghosts.
Yeah, exactly. It's just so easy to drag it out off the shores and, fish up till 1 o'clock or something, and you're back at home, cleaning your kayak and your fish by dinner time. So really enjoy it. I want to thank Ron for hooking us all up and being such a great ambassador of the sport.
Thank you. And, I just think it amazes me that more families don't have multiple kayaks and fish together like that because it's so fun.
Indeed. That's what you sell is fun.
Yeah, well,
Fast lane.
Yeah.
That's it. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. Appreciate that very much.
Hey, when we come back, we got more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way, including checking in on the tribute. We're going to find out what's biting. We got Mike Pritchard standing by. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way right here on the Let's Talk Hookup Radio Network.
He's not just my fishing buddy. After 30 years, he's a brother, and I'd sure hate to lose him. His bass boat's got nothing to do with it. So I make sure both of us wear a life jacket. Save the ones you love, even if they don't own a fancy boat. A message from California State Parks Division of Boating and Waterways.
If you're into saltwater fishing, listen to this. Saturday, November 2nd, it's Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego. Hi, this is Doug Kern. We are pulling out all the stops on this one with discounts from 20 to 80% on hundreds of items. Over 20 manufacturers reps like Shimano, plenty of seminars by saltwater experts, a giant raffle, and most of all, incredible deals on tackle. Closeouts we've never offered before at Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing. Check out all the Shimano and Power Pro product we have and talk to the Shimano and Power Pro guys about the best Shimano rod and reel for your trip. Backed by popular demand, the Shimano Tranks Casting Contest. Cast a Shimano Tranks 500 and Terramar 90H rod and show your surface iron casting skills. The winner gets a Tranks 500 worth $500. It's our biggest sale of the year with hundreds of items discounted up to 80%. Plus, plenty of manufacturer's incentives from Shimano and Power Pro to spice up the pot. We will have a huge raffle and lots of fun for everyone. So don't miss it. Tackle Day at Fisherman's Landing. Unbelievable pricing on tackle, clothing, and accessories. Saturday, November 2nd. Fisherman's Landing has been the choice of sport fishing anglers for decades, with the largest fleet of long-range boats worldwide, complemented by Southern California's finest charter and open party fleet. Now is the time to book your long-range trips and charters, plus half-day trips aboard the Dolphin. Go to fishermanslanding.com and see trip availability, and even book your trip online. Stop by or call Fisherman's Landing in San Diego and book now at fishermanslanding.com.
Have you always wanted a boat but don't want all the hassles? Then you need to join Freedom Boat Club, where you get hassle-free boating. Freedom Boat Club buys the boats, you enjoy them, and they do the rest. Freedom Boat Club takes care of the slip fee, maintenance, insurance, and cleaning. You have access to a fleet of great fishing and family boats ready to go in the water at Mission Bay, San Diego Bay, and 190-plus locations across the world. For more information, check freedomboatclub.com or visit them at Dana Landing and Cabrillo Isle Marina.
We all need to get around, but we all need something different from our vehicles. Your San Diego County Ford dealers have you covered if you're looking for a new truck this month. Plus, it's SUV season, so they have great deals for everyone. Whether it's a new EcoSport that is nimble and fun around town, or the Ford Explorer that is capable of putting a boat in the water and has seating for 7, Ford has you covered. Ford trucks and SUVs aren't just powerful and legendary. They have the latest technology that helps you seamlessly connect your smartphone and ensure you're safe on the road. Features like Pro Trailer Backup Assist on trucks are truly a game changer at the ramp, helping you back up a trailer by simply turning a knob on the dash and doing the hard work for you. So check out all the great deals during SUV season and save some money on the right gear for you. Learn more at buyfordnow.com or visit your San Diego County Ford dealers today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. All right, as promised, the man, Mike Pritchard from the Tribune, is standing by. What's up, Mike?
Hey, good morning, guys. How's it going?
We're doing good, buddy.
How's that fishing today?
You know what? We might not have the stealth of a kayak, but what we do have is a big air-conditioned bunk room, hot breakfast burritos, and yellowfin tuna that are biting nails.
Oh, man.
I love that.
I'll go for some of that right now.
There.
Yeah.
We've had a fantastic morning. Right now we're pushing 70 yellowfin. It's 8:41. All nice, great fish. Almost every fish is over 20 pounds. We have a couple of slugs that stand out, probably in the high 30-pound range. Flyline bait has been by far the best. Got a lot of guys out here fishing their shrimps, their bass here, and it's just pretty much anything you want to get in the water right now. We have it's slowed down. I think we only have like 10 fish hanging right now.
Oh my gosh, Mike, how cool is this? That's awesome.
And we've been talking about that fall weather. I mean, I think my energy drink's been sitting on the dash since before we stopped, and it hasn't moved an inch. So we're good to go.
Sweet, dude, this is so cool, Mike. What a great score, and like I said, it's so cool. It's happening as it's supposed to happen. Fall comes, weather gets right, and the grade of the fish. It's a different deal than what we were catching at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it is. And another 30-pounder just came over the rail up here. I mean, this is darn near as good as it gets. Very, very in front of here this morning, which is a good thing. But every sport boat I can see, there's only about 8 or 9 of us down here. Everybody I see is stopping catching fish. So we have room. As far as I know, last time when we left, I think we still had about a dozen spots on tonight's trip. We will be back down here. The weather looks like it's going to be fantastic, and we'd like to come out and get in on some of this. And like I said, they are trophies for local yellowfin. They're slugs. They keep getting fatter daily, it seems like, and even the skipjack, I think we have about 35, 40 skipjack here this morning. Even the skipjack are trophies. We've been calling them pokebowls lately just because of how many people have really got into keeping these skipjack that are coming off the boat. They come off in mint condition, as good as they get, and as far as sashimi and poke goes, it doesn't get any better.
It's so true, Mike, that the skipjack it's like a lot of things. It's like what people thought about Barracuda and Bonita in the day, and you're right, when a skipjack is kept in a gunny sack all day long and it turns to mush, it doesn't have much appeal for anybody, but you bleed one of those things and throw it in the RSW and it comes out frozen cold and you take it home that night and sashimi it up, it's as good as anything else you'd want, and the care that you guys provide is so much better for those fish these days, and they have a whole value that they didn't have a few years ago.
Yeah, they're not sitting on the side of a gunny sack for 12 hours getting stuck on cooked. Everything that comes on the boat gets spiked blood, including our skipjack. And for the last 3 days, we've had poke as our afternoon snack. And little pickled cucumber to go with it, and it's just epic. I mean, my cook Dan has been like, I don't know, let's do yellowfin. And I said, you know what? Here, let's do a couple of skid techniques, man. It's just crazy how firm and perfect these things come out of our studio.
Wow, sounds fantastic. Well, if somebody wants to come fishing like me, I mean, it sounds like as good as it gets right now, all year. Time to go, light loads, flat, calm weather. How do we get a hold of you on the Tribute?
Yeah, give Seaforth Landing a call, 619-224-3383. I think ourselves as well as the Pacific is online tonight for a one-day trip. And you can always book through SeaforthLanding.com, TributeSportFishing.com, and take a look at our Facebook page. We try to update it daily. As far as taking a look at the quality of these yellowfin, it gives you a really good idea exactly what to look forward to out here.
So awesome. Captain Mike Pritchard from the Tribute. Thanks a lot, Mike. Great job, and appreciate you keeping informed about that great fishing here in Southern California out of Seaforth Sport Fishing. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Man, that gets me fired up,
How
dude.
about that, huh?
That's so
Go
cool.
catch a 40-pound yellowfin,
right
on an overnight trip on the Tribute.
There's nothing better.
Oh, and then eat
my
fresh
favorite.
pokey.
Oh, yeah.
You use that pokey mix from Fisherman's Process. Oh, my God.
That was just messing with my trip plans this week. I was
I know.
so set up. I'm like, I'm just going to really go try and do the swordfish thing. That was my plan. That's what I was going to go do on my day off.
Biting yellowfin,
That's
man,
my
we gotta
problem.
go.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I can now sit there staring at a rod down at 1,000 feet that probably isn't going to connect now, and knowing that there's wide open yellowfins in one day range. So,
Yeah.
Yep, I don't know. I'm all screwed up now.
All right, what about you, Ron?
I'm ready. I'm in.
I'm in. Whatever it is, I'm in. All right, let's go ahead and jump in the phone.
You got it, man. How about this time we talk to Eric? Eric's calling us from Valley Center this morning. Hi, Eric.
Thanks for joining us,
what's
Eric.
going on, guys?
Good morning.
This question's for Rick. How did you get your nickname, Rock Cod Rick?
I got my name from the guy sitting next to me, from Pete. Long time ago.
27 years ago?
Yeah, we were on, Dad and I would always listen to the radio show on Saturday and Sunday mornings before we were ever a part of it, and then started answering the phones with Pete. And,
You were how old?
I think I was 13 then, and there was a Let's Talk Hookup deep water rock cod trip on the Legend when it was back out of Seaforth with Joel, and I had a really good trip, and I was a young kid, and I had a big stringer of reds and caught a big cow cod, and sent a picture to Pete thanking him for the trip. The trip, I think, was light at the time, and it left on my birthday, and you Dad bought a ticket, and you sent me out there as a freebie, and just sent like a thank you card to Pete with the picture of those big rock cods, and he said, "You keep that up, we're gonna have to call you Rock Cod Rick." And for the next 20 years, I tried to shake the nickname, and it never happened, and that was that. So
I
didn't know that.
No
That's a great
swordfish
question.
Rick or big tuna Rick. It's Rock Cod Rick. What's wrong with that?
Trust me, I love it now.
I mean, there's people that just nix it, and they even call him Rock Cod at the tackle store.
all the time. Yeah.
All the time. Mark Wheeler.
Yeah.
Mentioning his sport. He doesn't even know your first name. He just calls you Rock Cod.
When I went to work, years ago, I worked for Western Outdoor News for a few years, and it was like the first time I had switched from people being buds, and I'd call them for a work thing, and I'd call whatever person and be like, hey, this is Rick Maxa. Who's that? It's Rick. Rock Cod Rick. Oh, my God, why did you say something? I don't know who the hell Rock Cod Rick Maxa is.
Who's Rick Maxa? Yeah, it's Rock Cod Rick. Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Eric.
Lots of fun.
Thanks a lot for the call this morning. Speaking of Ford and Mark Wheeler, have you seen those new Explorer, the 2020 models? They're just filtering into the San Diego County Ford dealers right now. I drive a 2018 Explorer. I love that car. It is such a great car. And the new Ford Explorer 2020 it's a game changer.
Your car is like the most tech advanced car that I remember seeing. I remember when I jumped in, your phone automatically syncs up and it just knows everything you want. And it's just like computers. Now that's 2 years old. Think about how advanced the 2020 is.
And that's the thing about Ford is they have all the good tech.
Yeah.
Because they partnered with Microsoft, so that's why everything's so good.
But the thing that's cool about them is it's dummy proof tech. You know what I mean? You don't need to know how to do those things exactly. You get into the car and it knows that that's your phone and it does everything for you. That's what's so cool about that sync operating system they have.
Yeah. So check out that 2020 Ford Explorer at your San Diego County Ford dealers. They'll hook you up for sure. Let's go ahead and jump into the phones, Rick.
You got it. How about this time we talk to Michael calling us from Del Mar. Good morning, Michael. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Morning, guys. I love your show.
Thank you.
I just hate the part where you can hear the drag being ripped off before you guys start. I keep wanting to go grab a pole somewhere.
That's it.
Automatic reflex, and my adrenaline gets going. I go, yeah, it's just a radio program. What am I doing?
You got to reach.
So fun.
Somebody grab that rod.
So let me. I'm probably going to go to this El Salto. I've been down there once just for half a day. Happened to be going by El Salto. I says with my friends, we got to go. This is the famous lake. So we went down there. We got on a boat for a quarter day. My friend got a 10-pounder. You know, it just you don't get a lot of them, obviously, but they're there. You know, so we got some other small like 6s and 7s. But this January trip, is one of you guys going to go down there that's on the radio right now?
Actually, Corey Sandin, who is our third co-host from MC Swimbaits. Corey's joining Cass, and I'll tell you what.
And he's the one you want to go with.
Yeah, that's the one you want to go because, he is such a good fisherman. He'll bring a whole bunch of baits for you to use, and he's such a great guy. And then the Cass man is such a great guy, too. So, yeah, that you will not be sorry if you go on that trip because it's a great time of the year down there. Billy Chapman Senior's Lodge is really great. It's just our group. You'll have a blast.
Pete and I like to go down there because we love catching a bunch of fish. Corey loves to go down there because he truly is an expert bass fisherman. You know, like for guys like us, it's a great opportunity to catch a big one and have lots of bites and have a great time doing it. Corey is a true expert bass fisherman, and you will stand to learn a ton from having him hosting the trip down there. It's going to be really fun.
And you'll have a great time. Hey, sign up, too. I know there was only like 4 spots left, so you better jump on it, Michael. Thanks a lot for the call. You can get the details on that trip as well as any of our trips on our Let's Talk Hookup website, letstalkhookup.com. Go to the trips page, all the details on how to sign up and everything else. For all of our trips, whether it be Kingfisher Charters in June, of course our Katmai trips are already sold out, our Whalers Coast trips are sold out, but the Alaska trips are super popular. I know Kingfisher's getting close to sold out.
I can't wait.
But, Shogun trip, the Royal Polaris trip that you're going on in December,
right.
The 7-day Royal Polaris trip. All that stuff's on our website. The kayak
Islander
trip.
kayak,
Yeah, Islander kayak. It's all on our website, letstalkhookup.com.
I think Searcher,
trips page, Searcher trips, all of them. Check them out.
You got it, man. Hey, let's jump back into the phones. Doug in Montebello's up next on Let's Talk Hookup. Doug, thanks for hanging in there with us.
Yeah, I was wondering if a fish is pushing you toward the like an island or a boiler rock, what are you supposed to do?
If you're on a kayak, you mean?
Yeah, if you're on a kayak.
Oh, that's where the 180 comes in, right, Ron?
Yeah, that's amazing.
Talk about that.
So I was just in Cedros, and there's a big giant rock, a boiler rock, with waves breaking on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just knew...
The kayak's pointed in toward the rock.
Right. And I just knew that there was a big old calico sitting under this ledge. So I had to dart in, put it in reverse, cast, and then as soon as I cast, I was bit. And rarely do you predict what's going to happen. And it happened.
You just knew.
I said to the guy next to me, I said, look, I'm going to go in there, cast, and get out before the next wave breaks. And then he goes, oh, good luck with that.
Yeah.
And
see you never.
and as I was reeling really fast and backing the boat out with reverse on the 180, it actually happened. I pull up this, it had to have been an 8-pound calico.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
It was a huge one. I go, he looks at me and he goes, impressive. But the next wave broke just as I was leaving that area.
And you never would have been able to do that without that Mirage Drive 180.
I would have not attempted it.
So the way the Mirage Drive 180 works, and you can go down to Fastlane and demo this. They'll put you in a kayak and you can try it. You get in there and you just pull a cord and it flips it into reverse. And when you pedal,
you're going backwards.
You're going backwards.
You're still pedaling the same direction. You're just not moving that way.
And those boats have double-handed steering too. So while you're fighting a fish, you can use either hand to correct which way you're going.
They're made for fishing.
It really is.
They really are.
Game changer.
Because the guys that design them are fishermen.
Well, yeah.
They all used to work for you in the day. I've been around long enough to know that all these guys designing Hobies were all guys that worked for and fished for Ron back in the days.
Yeah.
Well, that was part of the fun,
Right.
It's like I felt like the farm team.
Yeah, totally.
We keep saying, Morgan Prominence, pretty fun to fish with, and he works right with those engineers.
Right.
Kevin Nakata, which you guys know real well.
Samurai.
Yeah, those guys all work at Hobie and have the ears. They're one-on-one with those designers.
Yeah.
And then when they're testing product, It's unbelievable. I get to go and
try the product.
That's awesome.
And they do a lot of testing down at Cedros Kayak Fishing with Jeff.
Well, they do. Yeah.
A lot of testing down there. It's
Well,
a good
and
place
you know
to
what's
test.
really nice is that when you go down on a long-range trip to have when you go down and stay with Jeff, you're top-of-the-line kayaks, top-of-the-line fish finders, bait tanks.
Yep.
Everything is there.
Because Hobie's connected with them.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a good way to
Hey,
be.
Doug, thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we're going to find out what lucky guy's got himself a full pack of Salty Crew and one of those great Spydro cameras. We got more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the Let's Talk Hookup Network.
Dana Landing in Mission Bay is truly the one-stop shop for a great day on the water. This is Chelsea. Come see me and our expert fishing staff for just about anything you need for a great day of on-the-water fun. Looking for a fishing charter? Dana Landing has you covered with the Blackjack, perfect for up to 4 anglers, or the Impulse with up to 6. Dana Landing has a huge selection with everything you need to catch small bay bass or giant tuna. We will be sure to set you up with the right gear. We even offer reel repair and Mexican and California fishing licenses. Don't forget the amazing deli at Dana Landing with all the food, ice, and beverages you need to complete your day. Need freshwater tackle? Head to East County Bait and Tackle with all the finest rods and reels, the hottest freshwater lures, and live bait. ECBT has an amazing staff who love to share their passion for fishing. East County Bait and Tackle is located at the end of the 67 freeway on Main Street in Lakeside, and Dana Landing is next to the Dana Launch Ramp on San Diego's Mission Bay. Check out DanaLanding.com for more details.
A top fleet and superb fishing is what Seaforth Sport Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, it's no wonder Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limits, El Gato Dos, Pride, Tribute, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth Sea-Watch in San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or regular open party schedule, check SeaforthLanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
When it comes to fishing rods for saltwater, there's just one name you need to know: CalStar. Take, for example, the Graphiter series. It's a true graphite and fiberglass composite rod, the finest it's ever been built. And for anglers seeking traditional performance, durability, and quality at an affordable price, the CalStar West Coast series of rods and blanks are the ones for you. Their master craftsmen bring decades of rod building experience to every rod they make. So if you want your fishing rods to be truly state-of-the-art, I always recommend CalStar at fine tackle stores everywhere.
This is Captain Art Taylor of the Searcher. Celia and I and everyone at Team Searcher would like to thank all of our customers for a successful 2018 season. Are you searching for an affordable fishing adventure from 1.5 to 7 days in length? The Searcher has an outstanding crew, great food, air-conditioned cabins and galley, and an RSW system to preserve your catch. Our 2019 schedule is available now. Book your fishing adventure online at searchersportfishing.com or call our office at 619-226-2403. That's 619-226-2403.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Okay, the big winner of the Salty Crew custom package, that is going to Dan in El Cajon. Dan, you're stoked on that. And then the winner of that brand new Spydro camera, really cool camera, is going to Tim in Valley Center. Guys, congratulations. Thanks for the calls.
Yeah, Tim, you're going to have to report back to us about that Spydro camera. Let us know how it works for sure. And I want to thank, we didn't get a chance yesterday because we ran out of time, but thank Brian here in the studio with us at the radio station. Thanks for all your hard work, Brian. You're a great guy, and we appreciate you paying attention and doing the great work on the board there. And, of course, our buddy Adam on the other side of the glass there, answering the phones, doing all our app stuff and our streaming, our archives and such like that. I guess there's some issue with our app today. We don't know what's going on. We're going to work on getting it corrected. We don't know what's happening, but we'll get it corrected. If you missed any portion of the show, you can always hear it on our Let's Talk Hookup app or website on the archive section. Because Adam posts those right away after the show, so the archives will be up very, very shortly. But most of all, thank you, Ron Lane, for all you do for Let's Talk Hookup and all the fun you've brought to my life between kayaking and stand-up paddleboarding. The Fountain of Youth, man.
Fountain of Youth.
That's it.
We should be surfing soon.
Yeah, indeed. So how do we get a hold of it if we want to come Fast Lane Kayaks?
Yep, well, that's it. FastLaneKayaking.com.
Yeah.
And you can check us out or come down and try a boat.
Yeah.
Give us a call at 619-222-0766 and come down and try a kayak.
Test it out.
Try before
free.
you buy.
Yeah. You'll put them on the water, try out the new 180, the 360, all the new features, the seat, Vantage seat. You want to go paddle a sup out there and stand-up paddleboard, you can do that, all that stuff. Thanks, Ron. Appreciate that. Next Saturday, Kevin Kelly from West Coast Marine will be here. I'll be at Palma State Cortez. Next Sunday, no show. NFL football will preempt this. No show next Sunday. But Saturday, Kevin Kelly from West Coast Marine. Thanks for listening today. Thanks to everybody out there for your support, and we'll see you next week right back here on the Let's Talk Hookup app and radio network.